Hey everyone, it's Mark Ferguson with Invest for More, and we're outside a house flip we have owned for way too long. And a lot of you might recognize it. We haven't had a video for a while, but this is a really good lesson for people who want to flip houses about never counting your eggs too soon, right? Before they hatch. You always want to have reserves, money available in case things don't go well. You never want to assume a house will sell 3 months after you buy it, 6 months after you buy it. The cost can add up and things can go wrong. And this is a perfect example of that. Of course, check out investformore.com for much more information on our flips, rentals, being an agent, all of that great stuff. We do have the Supra out today. It's a beautiful day here in Colorado. This house we bought over a year ago, and we put a lot of work into it. It was really ugly before. We'll show you some pictures, but it was yellow, had possibly had asbestos siding. We're not really sure, we didn't test it, but it looked like it. And we stuccoed it, did a ton of work, really fixed the house up. We listed it, have it staged, had it under contract, and what we realized, which we should have realized before, was the main power coming into the house, I think it's from that line, I'm not sure, maybe it was this one over here, was damaged. It worked, but like the wires were bare, it was not good. So we took it off the market. The inspection caused the contract to fall apart and wanted to redo the main power. So we did. And now you can see it's finally done. And the issue we had was, I think it took us 3 months to get this done because we could not get the power company to hook it up. So we're not allowed, to hook things up from the pole to the house. We can do the power service, once it's hooked up here, but the electric company has to come and do that. And I think we had them out here 3 or 4 times to do this. And each time they said, oh, your power's hooked up, it's totally fine. We don't have to do anything. Well, that's because it was hooked up to the old hookup over here. And you can see that wire, which we need to get rid of. That's very ugly. How horrible looking that is. They saw that hooked up to the pole over there and said, oh, it's fine. We don't have to do anything. Literally 3 or 4 different times they came out here and said that, even though we told them specifically, you're hooking up new power over here. And so finally, after about 10 different phone calls and weeks more of waiting, they came back and they finally hooked it up to the right spot. And now we have a good main line. We can get our permits closed out and we can sell this house. So, maybe we could have gotten this done quicker if we would have just called them 50 times. I don't know. But sometimes things happen out of your control and it's not good. It costs a lot of money to hold a house that long. Luckily, this is one of the least expensive houses we've done in a very long time. We bought this for $100,000 and it needed a lot of work, like I said. And we probably spent $50,000, $60,000 on it. The repairs, probably have at least $30,000, $35,000 in other costs now. We've held it so long. But it should be worth in the $250,000 range when we finally sell it. So the only good thing that's come out of this is that prices have kept going up while we've held it. So that's kind of helped make up for the delays of having this property so long, but I still prefer to sell them quick and get done right away. But yeah, kitchen, flooring, paint, doors, fixtures, all of that was redone. The bathroom was redone. We'll have a before video linked here as well. It shows what the house looked like too. This needs cleaned up slightly still. You can see it's a little rough, but boy, just crazy how long we had to wait for the electric. And then it's staged by Nikki. It's been staged by Nikki for months. Luckily, she's my project manager. Luckily, she staged this one because I think she's trying to get out of the staging business. She's not real happy or doesn't like it that much anymore. And so she's fine leaving all her stuff here. But our other stager, like the professional, her company's professional too, but the other one that's all they do is staging. I think they give us 3 weeks to have the furniture and then they take it or charge us more. So thank goodness they weren't staging this house, or I guess we would have just let them take it and then have to pay for it to be restaged again. But Nikki's working with me on this one, so that's nice. But that's the house. That's all of it. There's not much here. it's almost impossible to buy anything for, boy, less than $300,000 now. That's nice in our area. We're in Greeley, Colorado. So to have something for $250,000 should sell really, really fast, even though, yes, it's very small. I think it's 650 some square feet. It has a very small lot, no garage, but you can't find nice houses in this price anymore. All right, so sometimes we have bad stories like this. We've had other properties we bought at the foreclosure sale where the previous tenant sued us, or not sued us, sued the bank for illegal foreclosure, had to hold properties there for a year. That was crazy. That lost us money. We've had other issues out of our control on flips that just suck and you can't do anything about, but it happens. So the good ones usually make up for those bad ones, but just remember, if you're gonna flip houses, bad things can happen. You need to have a lot of extra money for those bad things. And hopefully all the good things make up for it. But bad times can be very frustrating when they come along. And some of those bad times we cause and bring on ourselves as well, like buying a crazy, horrible foundation house, which we did 2 years ago and finally sold this year. So, but we ended up doing okay again because the market did really well while we held it. And one last thing before I go, that's not a good strategy. I do not recommend using market increases in price to make up for your mistakes or bad things that happen. You need to have lots of room besides that, because you never know, markets can change and not always go up. All right, thanks for watching. Really appreciate the support, the likes, the comments, the shares, the new subscribers. Love seeing you guys come around. We'll have many more videos come up here on other houses we have finishing up soon. We've got 11 flips going right now. One's listed under contract. We just listed a rental property that we've got multiple offers on for a 1031 exchange. We've got 2 or 3 other flips that will be listed next week. So a flurry at the end of the year. We'll have videos of all that stuff going on here. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't, and we'll be back coming up here soon.